Ooh. Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. Yes. How are you? I am fantastic and I am doing really well. Except I am not, because I have been defeated by the microphone. There we are. How is everything? How are you? What's going on? How have you been? Oh dear. Oh. You been okay, friends? I'm just trying to get myself sorted. Happy Poison Day to those who celebrate. Welcome, Germs. Welcome, Zhao. Welcome, Jakey Jake and SUTU. Sutu. Let me quickly put a cat as the thumbnail. An extremely silly cat, even though most cats are silly. Live streams. Okay. Today I will discuss some... Today I will discuss the Spoternos and how I found the dry downs of those. I will discuss... What else will I discuss? I don't know. Shit'll come up. Shit usually does come up from the chat. I read my chat. Not just super chats and shit. What did you all wear today? I wore this. Paco Rabanne Porom. Paco Rabanne Porom. Oh, an absolutely sensational fragrance. I was watching Chad's video the other day. Him and Rush said they thought it smelled green. I'm not sure I get a lot of green from it. I get a lot of creaminess, smooth. See, they were smelling the new one, though. They were smelling the new one. Let's see what the friends are saying, shall we? Oh, I know what I'll do. I will share amongst the Discord members. At everyone. Yes. There we go. Squeezed video, says Pradeep. Is everything squeezed? What's wrong? What seems to be the matter here? Don't think so. Sorry, friends, I'm just having a bit of a... Welcome, Germs, me bro. Do you do much retail fragrance shopping, says Jerky Jake. I find I always would like to venture to the store, but then get put off the retail salespeople experience and end up not going. I do spend time in the stores, but they know me by now. They know me, and they know that the less familiar ones will come up to us and they'll be like, "Hi, do you want to see this? Do you want to try that? Are you interested in this? Which ones do you have? What do you wear?" And I'm just like, "No, I'm just looking." And most of them will just leave you alone. Some of them won't. And you just need to establish boundaries, but I don't buy anything from retail because it's wildly overpriced, you know. Hello, Jordan. Zhao is wearing Bel Respiro. Jordan is wearing Vert de Bois. Pat is wearing Citron Noir by Hermes. James is wearing Escalon Indonesia. Video looked squeezed, Duck. I don't know. Yeah, they didn't like it at all. Yeah, Chad and Rush didn't like it at all. Jared is wearing Torino 21, strong minty fresh musk for this hot weather. Shahil Harilal, Otto Kern Cycle, my scent of the day. Otto Kern, I've heard of Otto Kern. Immortel Solaire is live. Yes, I have emailed Les Indemodables and asked to buy one of the samples. So I'm going to buy one of those 7mm things because I'm not blind buying it. I'm terrified of Immortel. So we'll just have to see. Good evening, Dushan. Germ says, join the Discord. If you would like to join the Discord, join the Discord. It's green, mossy, foamy, says Sutu. I don't know. I get lavender, creamy lavender shaving foam type thing from it. Very aromatic fougere. I get all of that aromatic thyme, sage, rosemary at the top, which is amazing. And then this really creamy, like you were right, foamy. It's like this foamy lavender thing. And then I get some wood. There's some really creamy wood. Like your ma. MJ, evening. Dushan is wearing Opium Pour Homme Vintage. Carl says, scent of the day, Orange Sirocco. Do Les Indemodables have a coupon code that is live? Don't know. Maybe. Doubt it. It's possible. Welcome, Martin. How are you? How is everybody? Hope you're all well. The weather has been absolutely abhorrent this last week. It's been absolutely awful. And I've been struggling, friends. I've been struggling to find what to wear. There's not a lot. There's not a lot in the summer rotation to wear. Because it's been, not only has it been wet, it's been cold and wet. You know? So the spring was here, and when it was spring, it was hot and dry. Now the summer is here, it is cold and wet. So it's kind of weird. Oh, look how I can turn off the... Oh, no, it's back on. I don't know what's wrong with the camera. Sorry, friends. I don't know what's wrong. It just is the way it is. Not a lot I can do about that. Hide live video. Don't want to do that. Flip, mute, retouch, create highlight. No, sorry, friends. Just have to deal with it unless you want us to end the stream and not bother. Everything is dragged up. Yeah, it does look a little bit taller, doesn't it? What's going on there? Hold on. Let's have a look. Is that better? No, it's not better. Oh well. Great night, yes, says Dushan. Zoom. I can't zoom. Or can I zoom? I have zoomed. I've zoomed. Can you see? How do I unzoom? Carl, what have you done? Carl, you fucked it, mate. Carl, if I can't undo this, you've completely ruined the stream, mate. There's nothing I can do, so I can kill the stream if you want. I don't like technical issues because I can't fix them, and it frustrates me. It frustrates me greatly. Everything looks taller somehow. Hello, RN. Cold and wet here too, says Landon. Used a bit of my Creed Royal Delight sample. It's nice, but I like to blonde more if I can get it. I've never heard of that. Royal Delight. Tim says evening, all bloody cold and miserable. Yes, it is here too. I'm wearing new autumn pickup Lubans Idole. Yeah, those Lubans are really good. Evening, all bloody cold and miserable. Oh, sorry. It seems you just have 200ml bottles. Yes, all the bottles are taller and thinner. I wish, but it's not the case. It's like 200ml bottles. Yes, we can see. Oh, that's a zoom. Colin has bright ideas. Paco, poor Zoom. The band needs to roll along, says Pradeep. Welcome, Offenlicht. How are you? Offenlicht did a video today. We should put his channel in the chat, so you can all subscribe. He unboxed a mighty Comme des Garçons. He unboxed a mighty Comme des Garçons haul. It was huge. Haha, I am a lucky guy. Let's get Offenlicht's channel. Copy link. Here we go. He is one of us. Offenlicht is one of us. So if you would like to subscribe, there is his channel. There is his channel. The show must go on, says Zhao. Yes, the show must go on. We will just have a cracked and broken stream. Sorry, friends. I appreciate the support. I cannot promise regular uploads. That's quite all right. Shut up, Tony. Subbed, says Germs. Germs, did you see what I put in the meme section of the Discord for you? I found something and thought of you. Thought of you immediately. Yes. Bilbo is here. I would join the stream, but this game right now is too good, says Spaced Out. Well, that's okay. Uh-oh, says James. Oh no. So, today I wore Paco Rabanne Porom, and I'd been watching Chad's video with Rush where they were talking about it. And Chad was like, I left a comment and I was like, oh, I'm wearing this today and I love it. Or was it yesterday? And they gave me the idea to wear it today. I think that something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I wore this today and they were saying how green it was. And I was like, I don't know that it is. But then they don't wear it as much as me. So they're coming into it with like a fresh pair of eyes. And Chad knows what he's talking about. And Rush knows what he's talking about. You know? Chad's been doing this for a long time. Chad knows exactly what he's talking about. So I'm sitting thinking, I'm like, is it green? I started smelling the aromatics at the top and stuff, you know, and the oak moss and the base. And I just reassessed it a bit. And yes, they've kind of altered my perception of it. It is green, but I still get this absolutely incredible woody, creamy lavender foam. Oh, it's so fucking good, man. It's so fucking good. It's so smooth, but yet so green and fresh and masculine and cool. You know? I just find it fucking cool as fuck. Like, I love that shit. I just love it. Have you tried Tabarone Millesime? Tried it, bought it, and sent it back. I got about 2 hours, and that's a vintage formula. I got. I think it was about 2017. I bought the old 120ml bottle of it, and I took it home. And I only got about 2 hours out of it, and I was like, I'd sprayed it on myself, but not from the bottle I'd purchased. And I was like, fuck this, I'm not putting up with 2 hours for 200 odd quid. And I bought a bottle of I bought a bottle of Wine of Portugal instead. I assume they butchered this one in recent formulations. The last, do you know what it is? It was brilliant until about 10 years ago. It was brilliant until about 10 years ago. If you can get something from like 2012, 2013, it's still amazing. It's still absolutely incredible. But after then, they've just absolutely shat all over it, like, you know. There's amber wood in it now. It's just horrible. Horrible things. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. It's painful. It's sad, even. Can you imagine a green aromatic fragrance from Paco Rabanne these days? No, you can't, can you? You really, really can't, because Paco Rabanne's made some fucking incredible fragrances, really, you know? Do you remember Ultraviolet? I used to wear that. When I was like 18, I spent a few months wearing that all the time. That was amazing. But it was weird. It was kind of like a crossover. You know, it was very strange. The bottle was really interesting, but also shit at the same time. That fragrance reminds me of a very particular time in my life. I think I was 17 rather than 18. Yeah, it was dead. It was dead good, that fragrance. Really interesting. Really strange. Good line, actually. It was a good line. Is White of Portugal the one that smells like polo green? No. Doesn't smell anything like polo green. Often like it says, but damn, these aren't completely unaffordable in the 2012 versions, right? They must have made a fuckload. Yes, and plus it wasn't that popular. It wasn't that popular. You can still get the really, really old versions. I've got one for sale, and I'm going to take it down. I don't know why it's still up there. It's stupid. Give us a second. I'll show you if you want a really old one. Right, the original, actually. Give us a second. Oh, wrong drop. Oh, there we go. Look at this. All right. I'll show you how old this fucking thing is. As you will see, here's the box, right? And if I show you, there's the top, there's the side, there's the front, sorry, there's the side, there's the back, right? There's the other side, there's the bottom, right? Not only does it not have, it doesn't have a barcode on it, right? So it's pre-barcode. It doesn't have even a short ingredient list. So there are no ingredients whatsoever. None. No ingredients at all. On the bottom, it simply says reference 2120, made in France, Paco Rabanne Pour. It was sold by someone in Italy. I've got this bottle up for sale. There's the batch code for you. Batch code is printed onto the top of the lid. So you actually put it in the box. And here is the bottle. Now, this, you can still get these at very good prices, right? Like, I paid, fuck knows what I paid. I'm just going to move this to one side. This is a 2002, 2003, and this is heavenly. This is absolutely heavenly. This is amazing. This is the original. I have various bottles. My first ever vintage bottle, I'll get it out in a minute, I'll show you, was a Paco Rabanne Pour that I bought off Mr. Smelly of all people. Like nearly 10 years ago now. So we can blame Dan for this whole fucking channel. Oh no. Sorry, Dan. Hang on a minute. The amount of money I've spent, maybe it's like a claim compensation. I should sue. We should sue, friends. We should sue. A class action lawsuit against Mr. Smelly for inflicting Rich Mitch upon us. Anyway. This, so what you want, right, is there is some, fucking let me get my glasses off. God, I'm an old man, get my glasses off. Right, so your bottle will have some print on, not print, but it's like into the bottom. It says Paco Rabanne perfume, right, on the bottom, and it's part of like the glass mold, right? And then on the top, you know, on the bottom, it says Paris, bottle made in France, right? See that? Don't knock that out. That's a big bottle of water. On here, right, this is, it's not raised, right? But it's not flush either. There's text when you rub your finger across it. Obviously, you've got your 90% volume, but this here is how you will find like your original formulas, the metal plate, right? That is a metal plate that is stuck on there. Okay, I don't think it's actually made of metal. It's just like plastic or some shit. I don't want to keep rubbing it. How does it smell? I'll fucking tell you how it smells, friends. Look at the tasteful thickness of it. Exactly. It's still absolutely fucking beautiful. Oh. It's very lavendery. The lavender's probably the most dominant thing here. So fresh. Clean, green, vintage, aromatic. Again, the aromatics. The funny thing is, right, with sometimes with vintage fragrances, right, when you first spray them or you first use them or you haven't let oxygen get into the bottle, the top notes aren't the first thing to appear. So when I first put that on, the first thing I got was the lavender, right? And I've like applied a little bit to the back of my hand. It's still in wonderful condition, this, you know, it really is. What the fuck was that? Oh no, that's the writing on the bottom of the bottle. I'm looking through the top of the bottle. So, okay. I should do a comparison, you know, through the years, like I did with Girl on Vetiver. Just give that a couple of minutes just to open up. This, though, this is the one I've been wearing and that I'm most used to. So, excuse me. What I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to get out my other vintage bottles, of which I have a few. 1 second, friends. I know it's not as trippy as the card, but just look at the floor. Look at the floor, friends. What we got here, that's the one Mr. Smelly sold us. That's what I was looking for. Where's the other one? I've got other ones. There mustn't be here. No. No, friends, no. Oh! Any Paco Rabanne down here? Le Troisième Homme. I've got to back up at that. 3 Zars. 3 Homme de Grey. Yes. Yes, I knew it. There's one. And me Mandolo de Sicilia. Oh! Okay. I'll bring you up here so you can feature. Okay, so. Ooh. Can you see? We're getting the big guns out, friends. The big guns. No, I'm not, Bilbo. I'm not. Not now, not ever. Okay, so there's Paco. 3 and then 4. just put that in the middle. So that right there is the first ever vintage bottle I bought. The first ever vintage bottle I bought is this, and I bought it off Mr. Smelly, and it is in fantastic condition. I don't have a more modern bottle to show you because I gave my Paco Rabanne to Richie G. Which I'm now feeling that wasn't a great idea, but not to worry. Okay, I'm going to go back to the comments and just talk about Mr. Smelly's Paco Rabanne called Baldness. Shut up. Oh my goodness, it even has a metal plaque. I have that shit. Don't know how to handle a splash bottle, so I haven't used it though. You can just decant it. Just decant it, mate. Oh, his fancy laugh is out, so it must be amazing. Josh Sawyer says, scent of the day is Cody Aspen. Top notes are often the second thing I get. It's true. I mostly get base notes first. Yeah, you get that heavy kind of thing first before it has a chance to open up and oxidize. Duck has rich people laugh. He does when he's excited. The one story I remember is the guy that wrote Ghost Perfumer, Gabe Oppenheim, using this Paco Rabanne to try to cover the smell of dead rodents from his autopsy of a bird during biology class when he was a kid. What a waste of a sensational fragrance. Oh, it's good. Big gulp of hydration, yes. Welcome, Rachel. How are you? Look at the size of that water tank. Yes. Back of advances, most of my cousin from the northeast would jest. Are you gonna do the vampire? No. Oh, look at those. Fancy. Every bottle looks like a miniature next to that big, thick Paco. Yes. Those look to be in really great condition. Yes. That's right. I will spray this. This is non-aerosol, and it even says so on the bottle. Oh, I don't know if you can see. All right. It says there, vaporizator, non-aerosol. I should probably turn this off because it's causing glare. Oh, come back. There you go. Can you see it now? Non-aerosol. Okay. We'll make sure this is still... Oh, the spray is shit. Oh, the smell is wonderful. Yes. Who the parfumer again? Oh, shit, the bed. Who was the perfumer? Was it not Rosendo Mathieu? I think it was Rosendo Mathieu, you know. It was Jean Martel. Why did I think it was fucking Rosendo Mathieu? Fuck knows. I get so much rosemary and sage, and the lavender's incredible. It's got that vintage creamy lavender. Oh, the smell in here is incredible. But yes, Mr. Smelly sold me this about the best part of 10 years ago. And I've never looked back. This is when I decided that I wanted to go down the vintage route because I'd smelled this in the shops and I thought, oh, that's all right. And then he was offering this at a really good price. I think I bought this for about 40 quid, you know. And Fucking hell. So good. So good. I'll use that one next after I've used this up, you know. But I'm really enjoying this. I could happily wear this version forever, like. Paco. How much have used? I'm asking Richie G how much he's used. I might get it back off him. A piece of Duck Channel history. It is. Jean Martel is listed on... Yeah, it was Jean Martel. This is like the parent being proud of his children after graduation. Rachel says, if only I could travel back in time, buy loads of great frags back then when they were cheap. Yes. So what, it just sprays a stream of fluid? No, it's non-aerosol, so the sprayer, it's a pump action one, but it's just not a very good one, you know? Those original sprayers, when they first came out with the ball bearing in the spring, shit. They're not like what they are now. They've perfected it now. Especially Dior, but... Vintage creamy lavender, yes. Friday news. Paco Rabanne pour-on prices increased 600%. Yes, it's scary to decant. Yes, it is. Mathieu did some of the excess ones. Xenia and Many Puig. Yes, he did do Many Puig. Yes, I have too. 1985 Chanel on Taste Rabbit is wearing. Carl says it's scary, but I have to. Yes, get a pipette. Pipette will fit in the top of that. No problem. No problem at all will a pipette fit in the top of that. Absolutely fine. It'll be fine. Fantastic even. And doing really well. Yes, they don't make fragrances like this anymore. Yeah, I've got two little ones over there too. Hold on a second, I've just spied them. Why am I selling these? Why? It's one of my favourite fragrances. I don't know why I've done this. Oh! Come hither. What a dick. Three! I was thinking, I might have to back some shit up. But no, I've got 350 mils over here. No, one's a 60. Two's a 60. 3 are 60s. Good Lord. I've got 360 ml bottles here. What's going on there? How did that happen? Outrageous behaviour. Outrageous behaviour. It's a sensational fragrance. And do you know what it is? I picked these all up cheap fuck. Because there's so much of it about. They're breeding, says Tim. Oh, that one I've put on the back of my hand has blossomed a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. ML0860. ML, I am just simply going to call you ML, mate, because I ain't reading all that the whole time. But hello and welcome. And yes, wow, Paco Rabanne. Good evening, Sense for Thought. Sense for Thought, you need some of this if you're into your vintage fragrances. I've just been talking about vintage Paco Rabanne. Jonathan knows, because me, him, and Aram used to talk about this all the time. Look at that little splash. I'm going to keep these with their boxes. In fact, I'm going to move these to one side. Please hold. For everybody new just coming in, I know the picture's a bit funny. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know who, what, where, when. But the picture is doing bits. And fair play to it. I'm all about mad shit happening, you know. The cup just started swaying for no fucking reason. When I say I'm all about mad shit happening, I didn't mean that. So I did get that full bottle of Rosazarte, and while it's maybe not as edgy, I thought it was really nice. Do you remember what you thought about it? Yeah, I thought it was nice. I thought they were all nice. I only want Incense Kyoto and Incense Avignon. I actually want another bottle of Incense Avignon, to be fair. Here is my... Oh, that sounds like a Mongolian throat singer there. Oh, you fucker. Jesus, what's happened to you? Oh, it doesn't half smell like almond ice cream. It's fucking incredible. Mandolo di Sicilia. I just don't know that I want to smell like this. But you could do a lot worse. It's very creamy, that. Very creamy. Dreamy, creamy. We'll come back to that. Scent of the day is Legend of Madala or Scal and Haiti. They're breeding. Like the stream, friends, if you're into liking streams. I've been to Rosazarte, says Jeff. How was it? Bro, this is like, look, I've been trying to find an alternative to the current one. Mate, just get the vintage. Just put your hand in your pocket and just get the vintage, mate. Just the vintage is absolutely incredible. I can help you spot the vintages. Oh, look, here's something. Look at this. This one has a black pea, whereas these ones have white peas. Now, the style of the pea is very important, right? And I can't remember why. So that's utterly pointless what I've just said. The style of the style is important, but I can't remember why. Is Rich flexing on us again? I'm definitely picking one up soon. Go, do it. As soon as possible. That one I've got on the back of my hand's getting better. Jesus, fuck. That's how fragrances used to be. They used to get better the longer you wore them, not worse. Now it's the opposite. You put fragrances on now and they get worse. You know what I mean? 3-6 Mafia, says Jared. Evening, Andres, you were wearing Les Eaux Rêvées d'Aria from a sample, huh? Those sizzlies are really good, to be fair. They really are. The current version lasts for about 45 minutes for me. Got Bogart's signature, but it's not much better. Try the Pour Homme from Bogart, because that is actually a fantastic fragrance. Like, I have that version in a 1000ml and it smells fantastic, says Jonathan. Jonathan, you've got to get that out, mate. Doug should rename his channel Rich is flexing on us again. Paco Rabanne XS has been thrown away this spring. Thanks for introducing us, Rich. I am pleased you enjoy it. Thank you. That is what it is about. Learning about new fragrances from each other, trying them out and saying what we like and what we don't like. That really is the name of the game. I've got to run to pick up my son from first grade. Back soon. See you, Rachel. Love talking peas with you, mate. It's often late. Tons of Paco Rabanne, says Fragrance Collector. Yes, yes, yes. 7 bottles. 7. That big one's up for sale, but I need to take it down. That said, I've been saying that for a while. That's so soapy. That original one's very soapy. Very, very soapy. Very clean. Very green. Literal soap. Smells much more like something like Cologne Officinal, that. Or I should say Cologne Officinal smells like that. Duchan, you'll like it. Aged like Le Labo Patchouli 24. Awful fragrance. Not a fan of that one. I love you, Masso, but I don't love that fragrance. I was going to ask Cologne Officinal. Yes, yes, yes. Very much in that mould. I just picked up Wow Mysterio, but will wait till winter to try it. Preparing for either the best perfume of all times or utter disappointment. Is it not cold where you are? Cold and wet. It's just cold and wet here. Fucking awful, and apparently it's just going to stay like that. But yes, these are my three. Oh. No, that's a splash and it's a little one, so it smells a little alcohol-y. That probably just needs to be decanted. So once that starts to open up, it'll be fantastic. That's 90%. I wonder if the thing changes. Again, this is an old bottle. It hasn't got any. It hasn't got a. Oh, what the fuck is this? It hasn't got a. What do you call it on it? A barcode. It has got this on it though. It has got this little number. I don't know if you can make that out. The fucking thing's being an absolute bastard. There you go. I think SPA was a distributor. So that was in the little bottle there. Right. That one doesn't have a barcode on. Oh, there's the sticker again on the bottom. Reference 2140. What was the reference on this? 2120. Interesting. Look, they were both distributed by SPA. Interesting. So that's that one. That's a 60ml. All right. This one, on the other hand, does. So this one I just showed you doesn't have any fragrance ingredients on it, right? Whoop. Whereas this one does, and it has a barcode. So I am assuming this one is older. No, this one's newer because it's got a barcode on. So that's something to look out for. Plus the cap's a little bit different, isn't it? Look, if we do that, and then no ingredients is key, pre-2005 guaranteed. No ingredients pre-2005, no ingredients is pre-fucking, it'll be pre a lot earlier than that, mate. See the difference? See the difference between this here and this here? So this is an older bottle and it's got the black there. I'm just doing through observation here. Don't take this as gospel. There might be a website that's got a better, like Base Notes might have a better way of, and that's the same. Those two bottles are obviously the same. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Fucking any of these up for sale, to be honest. I'll take that fucking 240ml down, like. 2005 has a long list. Pre-2005 will be alcohol and parfum only. No ingredients. Is wild. Could be ancient. Yeah, it is. Like, if you look at this one here, this has got no ingredients either. This is the original bottle because it's got the plate on. The same as this. That's the spray, you see. But that would have been an aerosol if it was a spray, because it came out in 1973. I think the first formulation went for about 10 to 12 years. At least until 1990. Well, no, up until 1990, so it would have been longer. 17 years. And then they would have had to take out some oak moss. God, that's soapy, fucking soapy clean. Sense for Thought says it's bloody freezing, man. I'm hoping it'll clear up by the time the parcel comes. Wishful thinking. No, it's meant to be hideous for the rest of the week, like. Weekend's meant to be shit as well. There's a massive fucking band of rain coming in. I was watching the national weather before. I've not picked a scent of the day yet. You've moved me to break out the Paco. Thank God. Praise be. Someone just put up a 1981 90mm atomizer of these for sale on Parfumos. Is off and licked. Buy! How much do they want for it? Rich, when are you getting baby cat, says Jared. I'm not. Horrible fragrance. No ingredients is Capri 2005, guaranteed. €80 for 90 I'll tell you what, that is a fucking bargain. Just make sure it's not off. And you'll be able to tell because it'll have all the normal hallmarks of a fragrance being off. You know what I mean? It'll just smell terrible. There's no sort of secret, like, to smelling an off fragrance. If it's off for a modern fragrance, it'll be off for a vintage fragrance. They just smell off, you know? But it's a special fragrance. Nothing had been out like this before, you know? Nothing even remotely close was ever out like this. Oh, I've got the Eau de Sport as well. Well done, Jonathan. You've reminded us there, mate. I've got the Eau de Sport. I had the, there was an Eau de Sport and there was another one as well from the early 2000s, a flanker, and I can't remember what it was. Can you remember? There was an Eau de Sport and there was one with a melon note. Was it a melon note? It wasn't a Sport, or it was there was a Sport de Paco Rabanne and an Eau de Sport. I'm sure it was two different fragrances because this one's just a softer version. This one's just like a summer version, you see. Got another one. We don't fuck about. We do not fuck about. I posted the link in EU deals. Buy often linked. Buy. Designed by Pierre Dinond, the bottle design wizard. Pass. Possibly. Is that the version you've got, Jonathan, of the Sport? Because there was a Sport de Paco Rabanne and an Eau de Sport. A Paco Rabanne Eau de Sport. Posted the link in EU deals on the Discord. I don't mind ancient perfumes if you'll run through it like this one so it won't go off on you. I'm a bit iffy, Mitsuka, where you'll use it only once and every now. Once you'll use it every now and then, guaranteed to go off before it's done. These have always been sound. Yeah, Jonathan's got the same one. I've got the Sport de Paco Rabanne. Oh, the Sport. Oh. Right, let's have a look here. Jonathan's got a different version of the same perfume. Right, so we go Paco Rabanne. It's not called Paco Rabanne anymore. It's called Rabanne. Pour Homme. Fuck off. I always spell Rabanne wrong. So, why the fuck does it want Mark Buxton? Fuck off. There's the O, and then there is an Eau de Sport. That's right. O. All gone. So you've got none left? Richie G's gone through his bottle of fucking Paco Rabanne. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Richie G's like, do you want it back? And I'm like, not massively, mate. Right, sorry, I've lost my place. There I am. Like the stream, friends, if you like liking streams. Started asking people to like the stream now. I didn't used to do that, but here we are. Oh, Savage over Paco. No! That's a sign that it is good, says often like, what's a sign that it's good? How dare they drop the Paco from the name? Blasphemy, says Frank. Cheers, friends, was lurking whilst rolling up a double doobie of OG Kush. Welcome, Frank. I hope you're well. Welcome, T2. T2 is now the proud owner of a bottle of Noir apiece, and I hope they are happy. I hope you are happy, sir, madam, my friend. Yeah, Richie G used the bottle up, but he's actually got the full bottle that I gave him. He's still got the full bottle I gave him, but he's used his bottle up. And he was like, oh, do you want it back? And I'm like, fuck off. I've got 7 bottles of me own, you tit. It's the last thing I want. But still, right? Does T2 know that Noir apiece is not beast mode? I believe they followed the saga, you know. Yes, lovely juice. Thanks for the quick delivery. Do you find it any different from the modern one? Decidedly not beast mode. Noir apiece. Yeah, it's lovely. Just I wore Royal. I'm not a beast, so it's all good. I wore Royal Oud for the first time today. Awful amberwood lurking in the back. Unfortunately, didn't used to be. Didn't used to be, mate. That's what they've done. Oh, this stuff's so good. That's just a little dab of the vintage one. It smells so soapy and clean. That is mental. Thank God someone else thinks the same about Royal Oud. Smells like amber woods to me, says Sense for Thought. Didn't used to be. Honestly. My Noir piece is pretty big and lasts all day for me, says Jonathan. Evening, Alex McKay. You were wearing Black Phantom. I actually really like that. Sense for Thought says Royal Oud is revolting. See, like I say, that's just what Creed's done to the brand. They've shat all over it, like, you know. They've shat all over it. It really is an indictment about huge hedge fund corporations and what they do to brands, you know. Who decided that it was okay? Did that shitty streamlining with Christian Dior or YSL? It's just not the consumer, but you're the one who has to pay for it, you know. A Royal Oud smells like a clone, says Sense for Thought. Again, it shouldn't, but it does. You know, it shouldn't, but it does. God, that is so good. This is the one I wear, though. The most modern version is the one I wear, and I absolutely love this stuff. It's absolutely gorgeous. Isn't that amazing? I'm going to put these back. I'm going to put them back. I'm taking that off the market, like. 280 quid I wanted for that, or was it 240 for that 200 mil? 240 mil, sorry, I beg your pardon. 8 fluid ounces. 8 fluid ounces. Look, you can see it's still got some of the cellophane. It's still got some of that. I don't want to put it off. I just want to leave it as it is, like, you know, but some of the cellophane's still on it, like. It's just mad to think that that's been around longer than me. It's on the front too. So they're going back in the safety cabinet. Not the cabinet, the safety cupboard. I found Rima by Versace very pleasant too, says Martin. Yes, it's a fantastic fragrance. Is Eau Sauvage Parfum discontinued yet? Someone give me a heads up, says Sense for Thought. No, it's not, but I've heard on the grapevine that is the next one to be getting tortured by... that's the next one to be getting tortured by Kirk John. You know? So, do with that what you will. Oh, fuck. I've done it again. Tell me lies. Oh! There you go. I want to wear that Pelargonium, actually. That needs to go back in the drawer as that. And there is my scent of the day, friends. Paco Rabanne. Paco Rabanne. Great to no doubt that it's safe to pick up Paco Rabanne pour on with the modern. I'm smelling of the superb Gianni Versace versus Uomo vintage, naturally, of course. says, has amber wood in it. What does? I think he uses the term modern very loosely, says Sense for Thought. So the modern, right, you want a bottle that's about 10 to 15 years old, right? You can pick up the vintage ones. You can pick up vintage bottles really cheap. We'll go on, we'll have a quick look at eBay, right? We'll have a quick look at eBay and see what vintage Paco Rabanne Pour-Om's doing. Paco Rabanne Pour-Om. So let us show you something, right? This is the modern bottle. Can you see the design? It's got that big P written there. What you want is that shape. That shape, right? Now, oh, messages. That shape there is the modern. You don't want that. You want that kind of thing where the white is all filled in, right? Not the hollowed out one. So they're even skimping on ink now. That is not what you want, friends. If you're gonna get it, you want the one where that white is all inked in. Let's see if we can find one, shall we? Oh, the internet's just shitting all over us in front of everyone, aren't you? You're embarrassing us in front of my friends, damn it! I hate you, Ma. It's Paco Rabanne Pour-Om. Oh, that's the one I was talking about before. We want the vintage. There we go. So Paco Rabanne Pour-Om vintage 75ml, very rare. That's the aftershave though. That's a vintage aftershave. That's an eau de toilette. 83 quid from Germany for 100ml. Like these, you see how the is this an aftershave? No, this is a splash, isn't it? That is an après-rassage. I'm almost... Yes, it is an après-rassage. I don't want après-rassage. It should be stated more clearly, damn it. That is not the original formula, friends. I can guarantee you that's not the original formula. But if you look, it's actually the same as that. Or is it? No, it's not. No, it is not. The rascals. Look. That's naughty, though. They shouldn't be saying that. That's not the original formula. That's a lie. Ooh, there's one with a soap. And it's a 90ml spray. It's 160 quid. New old stock, vintage with the plate. It's got the. Is it the plate? No, it's not the plate, but it does have the filled in. It does have the filled in PR on it. That's what you want. Christ, they're not as well available. Oh shit, there's mine. 290. That's not right. Oh, it's because they put the fucking buyer protection on. Fuck that, I'm taking that down. Help and report. Yes. Take it down. I'm trying to find one to show you that you should buy. There's an 80 quid splash and spray. The fuck are you talking about? Splash and spray. Oh, it's got a huge ingredient list. It's got oak moss, to be fair, but they're only showing the box. No. Somebody's undercut me massively, the shithouses. No wonder nobody wants to buy it. That's from Europe, though, so you'll pay tax on it in the UK. There you go. There is one for €260, a 200ml with the... Hang on a minute. Is that full? Is that full? You are a shit. Let's have a look here, shall we? I think mine's got more in it than that. Yes! They're trying to sell a used bottle. Naughty. Look. You see where the line is? Mine goes right the way to the top. They've used that bit. That's terrible. Oh no. Well, friends, I've told you about as much as I can tell you about that, to be honest. I have several eras, including the most modern. I've not yet been disappointed, not to be contrarian, but the older are still very affordable. So, yeah, the olders, I mean, compared to some vintage perfumes, Paco Rabanne Pour Homs are cheap as chips, like, you know. The most modern versions in the shop smell very different to me. Very different. I feel like they've been chock full of amber wood and shit like that. But I've been wrong before, so go and smell. If it's the one in the shop, go and smell it for yourselves. If you like the smell of it, buy it. Oh, that one I put on my hands, fucking incredible. Jesus, it's so soapy. It's so soapy. Goodness me. What was I going to talk about with the rest of this stream? Had a bit of a moment there with Paco Rabanne Pour Homme, didn't we? Incredible fragrance. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Don't get me wrong. No, God, no, of course not. Or a perfume I can't describe. When I was younger, she was using drugs, and at this time working, we lived with my grandma. I haven't smelled it since, but the other month I passed someone who smelled exactly like it. It's currently not discontinued, or maybe recently discontinued. What would she have worn? What hard drugs was she on at the time? Heroin, CK1, Obsession, Gucci Rush, cocaine, JPG Classic, Tommy Girl, or Curve? Crack. In that case, I think she would go with Taboo, Impulse Body Spray, Bath and Body Works, Tranquil Breeze, Loves Baby Soft, Dupe, Pleasures, Happy, Navy, and Charlie. Definitely something strong, because crack addicts start to lose their sense of smell. Would she have money to spend? I'm thinking something from Victoria's Secret. It's 100% love spell. It would have been easily accessible and not high-end, something you get at TJ Maxx or other fancier department stores. I'm guessing fantasy, low spell, or red jeans. All these other comments are suggesting perfumes out of range for someone on drugs working at Cracker Barrel. Well, she would have been able to spend about $100 to $150 on it. We had no bills and she just bought whatever she wanted. That's incredible. Rachel just sent me that. It's a anything. That is outrageous. Oh. Okay, where are we? Smell Derby and have a similar moment. I won't. Don't get me wrong, the older the more, yes, John. Wild perfume thread. Yes, Rachel, that was incredible. It's not listed for the Eau Pour On, but there is a melon accord for sure. Oh, it's absolutely there. I definitely get melon. Love the "this is what the internet is for" comment in that thread, or at least on Twitter it is commented as that. Yes, that is what the internet is for. What is the fragrance of our parents when they were using hard drugs in the 90s? You know? We must know. Anyway, let me cover these Spoternos. So, the Spoterno. Sorry, Paco. Back up there, my friend, and thank you for your service. The Spoterno. I'm not going to spray them again, because they're a bit of a fanny on to get them back in their bloody box, like. Oh, I did the same thing yesterday before the stream that went flying. Oh. Okay, here we go. Alfie, that was the cologne one. Spoterno. L'Homme de Phoenix. And Barbacaya. Okay, so I tried 2 of these on skin, actually. Alfie and L'Homme de Phoenix. The other 2, I just didn't like, and I know I wouldn't like on skin, so I didn't even bother. Barbacaya has that salty tuberose, which makes us feel that just like melts like organic tissue. That's how tuberose, like that salty tuberose thing, makes me feel. Feels like my nostrils are melting when I smell it. Carl says, tough job for Spoterno to come out right after Paco Rabanne Pour On. Would not want to be in that seat, says Carl. Yes. Barbacaya I really struggle with because of the nature of the notes. It's a good perfume. It's well made. It's good quality ingredients. It's thoughtful, it's coherent, it's competent, it's all the things it should be. So if you like tuberose and jasmine, then try it and you may love it, because it's very vivid, it's very strong and potent. But I hate that shit so much. I hate that shit so fucking much. And so I am obviously going to say that I don't like it. And I don't like it. So it goes past that 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s period, even 2000s now. That period where those fragrances I love, like Loewe Pour Homme and Paco Rabanne Pour Homme, Balenciaga Pour Homme, Koros and Teus, all of that stuff, Azaro, Porom, like this goes well past that, and I mean well past it. Go back another 50 years. So you're talking 100 years in the past. It smells like a 1920s talcum powder, rose, powdered face, choke particles are lurking in the air. You know, I can't be dealing with that shit. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. It's very difficult. It's very tough for me to try and... it's very difficult, very tough for me to try and wear and breathe around and... It's very femme. So I don't like that either. Rich, keep cutting in and out. Am I here? Can you hear me? Are you there? Let me know. Hello? The chat isn't moving. So now I am worried. Yeah, it's just sometimes the stream is buffering. Oh dear. Audio is an issue. Oh, don't say that. That does my head in, that. I hate that. Is it still working? I'm getting buffering too. I think it's better now, says Off and Licked. Is it sorted? Is it worth carrying on? Should I go? Should I stop? I hear you fine so far. Okay, so just to carry on. Barbacaya, salty tuberose. Too much, can't handle it. Like quickly in texture. Foul, not my thing. Spoterno smells like before Laura J. I will text you after the stream. Please look lively. At 10 o'clock. So Spoterno 1921, just to cover it, has that talcum powder rose, very 1920s classic grand dame, end of an era type of thing. All that sort of thing. And I would never wear that, so I didn't even bother putting that on skin. The two I did put on skin was Alfie and L'Homme de Phoenix. Alfie is a Bergamosk cologne. Alfie's a Bergamosk cologne, and I do like it. It's a little bit more musky. It's got a little bit of the human skin aspect, like quite masculine in there. Dad kind of smell, but it is a Bergamosk. L'Homme de Phoenix. L'Homme de Phoenix, while I don't like it, wouldn't buy it, to me, is probably the closest one that got to that. It smells like Sauvage Elixir, Lamal, and Tuscan Leather. It's very, very unusual. It has that... I did smell new smells, Laura G. It has that syrupy lavender. The lavender couldn't be more different than the Paco Rabanne lavender. It's a syrupy, thick, almost caramel-like consistency and sweet kind of lavender thing that you get in Sauvage Elixir. It's also got this kind of musk push. It's got that musky push that's in Le Male. That big throw, that big... It's like light. It just travels on and on. It doesn't seem to run out. I'll tell you what it does. It lends weight to the conspiracy theory that Christopher Sheldrake made Le Male, because it's got that kind of design. It's got that structure, that stature. And then what really stops it from being obnoxious and awful and terrible, right, is the ash. The ash from Tuscan leather. It has an ashy... something that finished burning. It's not burning now. It didn't burn recently. It's a dead fire. It's expired. It's over. It's finished. It's turned to ash. It's been burned down completely. It has combusted and finished doing so. It is gone. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting. And I found that very rewarding to smell. Even though, because of everything I said before the ashy part, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe it's because of the associations I've got with Le Male, which I fucking despise and always have done since the first second I smelled it. And then it's got that... the only good thing to come out of the Sauvage line, which is that syrupy lavender from the Elixir. It's the only saving grace from all 5 of those perfumes is that lavender. That specific, almost Tonka caramel lavender. Very interesting. Very interesting. When it's juxtaposed against the ash. I'm glad I smelled these. And there's a lot of terrible perfume knocking about at the minute. This isn't terrible perfume, but it's not something I'm going to buy. You know? Once upon a time, years ago, I may have bought either Alfie or Londa Phoenix to reward the making of said, but I'm not into that anymore. I can see if people... I'll tell you what it is, right? It's people who 5-6 years ago wore Le Male Elixir, wore the Le Males, and or 10 years ago wore the Le Males, then moved on to Sauvage Elixir when they wanted to get something a little bit more grown up and better. This is the next step after that. This is when those people are they're just hitting 30, you know? Like 10 years ago, they were wearing all those fucking appalling Le Male flankers. Absolutely awful. And now that is the natural progression for them to move on to L'Arme de Phoenix. Introduce a little bit of ash, something a little bit outrageous to develop their taste further. But there's nothing there I'm going to buy. So that they are my final thoughts, friends. Let's see what the chat is saying. Is there a difference between modern and vintage Herba Fresca? Pass. Probably. But I couldn't say for certain. Often Licked has indeed been uploading videos, the young rascal. I will put his channel in the chat once more. Where is it? If you want to subscribe, there he is. Musky Push. Did you smell new smells? I did. Just got my vintage Chanel Pommel shirt out of Cologne from the 1980s, and it's amazing, says Benji. Jay Smooth, how are you? Alfie is all right. Yeah, Alfie's nice. It's got that little bit of dad musk when you're sitting on his knee when you're like 4 or 5. Sauvage Elixir, Le Male, and Tuscan Leather is an interesting combo. It's an interesting perfume, but it's just not something I would. It's not something I would buy. Who's wearing OG Le Male these days? People who wore it back in their day, you know. Same people who are wearing L'Eau d'Essai. Same people who are wearing Polo Sport. Both fantastic perfumes. Polo Sport's a great scent. Oh, it smells like the 90s. It really smells like the 90s. Conspiracy theory. Huh? This is like listening to a poem, says Laura G. Can't imagine the smell at all, but pleasing to my ears. Can I request a smell of these smells, please? You can. We will smell them the next time I see you. I will bring them. They come in a handy-dandy bag. Look, how fetching. Green. It's not velvet, don't worry. It's not silky, but it feels a little silky. It's smooth. It's smooth. Laura G doesn't like velvet. Hi, Mitch, says Al H. What would you recommend for something similar to the night? Ooh, pass. I don't know. Hopefully somebody will be able to help you, but I have no idea. An older friend of mine used to overspray Le Male in the late 90s, 2000s. It's all I can ever think of when I smell it. Oh, it's so rotten. My mate used to have it and put 2 sprays on before he went out, and it blew my head off. All night, it's all I could smell. But that was before the indoor smoking ban came in, which I agree with, by the way. Don't smoke indoors when there are other people about who don't smoke. Everybody knows smoking's terrible for you, you know? Like, it's your choice to smoke, that's fine. But, you know, forcing other people to inhale your own smoke. That said, they're banning outdoor smoking. I don't know how I feel about it. Banning outdoor smoking. What the fuck? Weird. I'm sure I've smelled Le Male in passing, but I've never actually put my nose on. That is still madness to me. I remember you saying that. Crazy. Jay Smooth is wearing vintage Le Male. Does it remind you of days of yore? Does it remind you of the old times? Or are you like, do you still like the smell? Like what do you wear it for? What do you get from it? Often Lick says, get Portrait of a Lady and fermented Laotian oud oil and layer the two, says Often Lick. Dick Curry says, I thought all these people moved on to Parfum de Marly, but I guess those are the Chanel Blue guys. Well, that's another thing. That's a step up. That's something a little bit. It's got that Christopher Sheldrake classy kind of thing going on, you know. Yes, I have the fear of velvet. It makes me vomit. Did I tell you I solved my wanting a sunscreen perfume? I didn't buy it because of money, but I found it for when I will buy it. What is it? Just scored me a very rare vintage bottle of Pacha de Cartier with a wooden cap. With a wooden cap? I'm going to feel self-conscious, Rich says often like. A wooden cap? That's crazy. Haptodysphoria, fear of velvet, says Google. Tim says. Is Le Male like a pre-Sauvage Creed path? Possibly. Some people will go straight to Creed because they'll see. Some people think they're clever. I would rather go through the process personally because you learn and pick things up along the way. I enjoy the smell of Le Male. It's very comforting to me. That is a top reason. It's one of the reasons I've got a few of my perfumes, actually. I've got a cut like the Polo Sport. I never wear it. I just keep it there and smell it. That is a totally legitimate reason to own a perfume, I think. You know? Maybe one of the best. Maybe one of the best reasons to own a perfume, actually. You just have it for the memories, like. If you think about it, it actually is. They're your memories. It's your money. If it takes you back, makes you feel a certain way, makes you remember and think of things. You know? Maison Martin Bain de Midi. I reckon they'll release more new stuff. Yeah, I think they will as well. Gucci Guilty Absolute might be a decent replacement for the Night. Not it's the same, but it's certainly better priced. Smelled the Night again recently, and it's Portrait of a Lady with poopy oud to my nose in one sentence. I don't get Portrait of a Lady because I find that quite dry. I find Portrait of a Lady quite dry, whereas I find the Night syrupy thick, like goopy, sloppy. Maison Martin Bain de Midi. Oh goodness gracious. What? I know there's lots of technology involved in making perfume, says Jordan, but one thing I appreciate is the utterly low-tech experience of smelling and wearing perfume. Yes. Yes. That is... It's something very real, isn't it? Something very physical, something very primal. Like, it hits the spot. It is in places that we all have, you know? Like, it's low tech. It doesn't require, like, executive function. You know? You can be extremely smart, and I think you need to be to express and to receive that kind of, you can ponder on it and articulate and think and speak, but really you're smelling things, which is one of the senses. You know, you don't need to be educated. You know, it's a leveler. It operates at that kind of base level, and I like that about it, actually. Makes me think of better days when I was young. Oh dear. Gross. Jared. One of the few things that has remained the same mode and experience and delivery, says Jonathan. Yeah. The concept of perfume is very primal. Yeah, and it's been around for a very long time as well. Perfume. Profumo. Profumi, through smoke. That's what it means. Look what has happened. There is white powder. Has it turned to shit? Have I fucked it? What's going on here? I don't know what this is. I'll speak to Jura about this. It smells like almond ice cream. Almonds from Italy. So yes, to finish, they were my thoughts on the Spoternos. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts on the Spoterno. I enjoyed telling you my thoughts on the Spoterno. Oh, they have a little bag. No, they have a fetching little leaflet. The concept of perfume is very primal, that's right. Did you see producer Michael's act with a Palmer bottle disintegrating when he showed it in a video? No, I don't watch producer Michael, actually. I think he's a bit contrived. Just comes across as a bit of a wanker, like. I'm sure he's not a wanker, really. But he comes across as a bit of a wanker. Like, I don't know. Just, I suppose, no, I think contrived probably is a better word. It seems, all that content seems a little bit staged now, you know. It's getting a little bit reality TV. And the thing with reality TV is that it's not real, you know. There's no reality part of it. Like when he goes into places, they shut the doors. You know, I'm going to read my book, pet my ears, and go to sleep. Please do not fall asleep before I message you back. I will message you back. But then you may. Gaming stream when? Who knows? I love that Mandolo creamy root beer float. Yeah. Often, like says, he's very nouveau riche, but yeah, the content is getting faker and faker. Yeah. And Rich, what's your favourite Jevois perfume for men? I didn't like them. I tried them. I tried a few of them. Psychedelic was Psychedelic one. Incident Diplomatique. Just didn't like them. Thought they were a bit cheap, like. I think Private Label was decent, says often like. Rachel is back. Welcome, Rachel. Oh. Nearly dropped my Herba Fresca. I think I'm going to do a mint video, but I would like to do it when it's warm. I would have done it this week, but I can't because it's been fucking freezing. Like, I'm next to the window now and it's cold as fuck. Like, it's really cold. My child has been collected and fed and watered successfully. Congratulations, mission complete. Yes, do the mint video, says often late. I should do a soapy video while I've got the fragrances out. You know? That would be good. Oh. Oh. I sent a message to Les Indomitable saying I would like to buy one of the sample packs of the 7mm. The sample packs of the 7mm of the Immortal. I'm not blind buying that shit. There are other ones there I have, like the patchouli one. I'm blind bought that because I love patchouli. That didn't turn out great. The Orange Sirocco. Don't think I did blind buy that. Do you know what it is? I don't think I did blind buy fucking. I don't think I did blind buy the patchouli noisette. No, actually. Now I've said that, I'm sure I got a sample pack. I did, because I got the patchouli. What am I talking about? But yes, I'm definitely not buying. Yeah, I'm definitely not buying. I'm not blind buying a fucking an Immortal fragrance. Yes, yes, yes. Mint video, yes. He has this tutor video, mint video. I will. I'll do a top mint fragrances. I'd like Serge Luton to do a mint fragrance. It'd probably pair it with something absolutely fucking mental though. You know, like a fucking like a rust note or some crazy shit like that. Eau de Parfum says, Rich, do you have any Etat Libre d'Orange perfumes? I do. I have Fat Electrician, which is sensational. I love Fat Electrician. They're a great fragrance. And it's got that marron glace in there, which makes it very interesting. You know? Ooh. Yes, you do get samples for those. That's right, I did. What's your favourite aquatic cologne, Rich? Aquatic cologne. Let me put that there, and let me put that there. Aquatic cologne. Oh. Cologne Royale by Dior. Escale in Indonesia by Les Indomptables. L'Odyssée pour Homme. That's an incredible aquatic cologne. You'd be fucking swimming in them. The new Surge is minty with clary sage. I'd like to smell it. Healy Selmaran, yes. Just don't get the Strange Love one, the fish one. God, that's vile. That is so bad. So bad. Cologne Royale, nice. Both of those Les Indomptables colognes are great, yes. But I wouldn't say Escale in Indonesia is aquatic, though. But it is fire. It is absolutely sensational. I could wear that tomorrow. I haven't worn that for a while. It's got a little bit of thickness, just a little bit of richness. Indonesia for the win. Bilbo says, I'm not super into perfume, but Rich and you guys are fun to be around. Hello, Dropout. How are you? Indonesia is a bit of a marine quality because of the ambergris. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That was my thinking. Exactly. You know. I'll tell you what's really good as well. This isn't the bottle, but it is the perfume. Ocean Rain. Ocean Rain. This has got... Oh, that is so good. It's so clever. But it's thick. It's a bit like Orange Sirocco in that it's got that kind of balsamic resinous thing in the base. Indonesian. Fat Electrician is a vet of a scent. With some not too sweet vanilla and good myrrh touches, yes. I have a half bottle left of that vintage Isse as well. Got it down to the neck of the woods. Got it down your neck of the woods about 20 years back at Eldon Square. Is it shopping centre? Yes. Eldon Square, that's right. That's where, that is where Phoenix is. Phoenix is where I have bought a lot of perfumes. Ocean Rain is great. Where is Lily? She will pay if my blind buy vet of a tonker a shot. Lily with her dodgy midnight live streams, streaming in the middle of the night when no one is looking. I love this Cologne Royale, and I would like to replace it because it's probably the best Berger Musk that there is. But the prices on this have gone mental. Ocean Rain is sensational. I want more backups of Ocean Rain. I've got that and 100. I've got that 50ml splash and 100ml. I should really ask the man from Japan. My scent of the day is Loewe Essentia EDP. I have Essentia EDT here. It is a vintage version. I'll put my L'Odyssée back. L'Odyssée. Pardon me. I have a first year release 1994 L'Odyssée Pour Homme, and it was my scent of the day yesterday. Just waiting for the stream to stop buffering. Fere Bergamotto. Yes, Bergamotto Merino. That's a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous sea. Oh, that smells so fucking good. Sea salt eau de cologne. Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Le Jus Sans Fait is very good, je vois. Also like the private label and Psychedelic, but the latter has a lot of competition. Psychedelic smells cheap to me. I think the patchouli in it is very cheap. It's a cheap and nasty patchouli. And I do not like it. I'll be honest. Eldo is an interesting brand. I'd recommend the sample set, says Rachel. Pat Lester says, forget about the Spoterno and get Dorian's Fougere. I would like to. It's the only one I haven't smelled like. Mine is not vintage, but I like Essentia EDP more than Aventus, says Kruthic. I think Aventus is massively overrated and always was. Tom Aitken says, evening all, scent of the evening, Versace Oud Noir. Ashton used to spruik that. Ashton used to push that quite a lot, actually, because he thought it smelled like... he thought it smelled like oud wood. He thought it smelled like oud wood. That looks like the Marl bottle colours. Yeah, but I think that came out before Frederick. Senzia EDP is a really nice juniper berry opening, but it dries down to tons of amber wood on me. Oh no! Last time I purchased a Creed was back in 2015. Never again, says Jay Smooth. Yeah, I'm not buying Creeds anymore unless I can get vintage ones, like, which I did recently. I got a couple of backups of Bois de Portugal. Oh, excuse me. Tried Loewe 7 Elixir, says Eau de Parfum. I think so, but I can't remember it, which makes us think that it didn't really stand out, like. Didn't Loewe make an Aventus clone? Sorry, yes. Karen, I take back what I said about female villains. I hated Umbridge in Harry Potter. Yeah, it did, yeah. Senzia EDP. Senzia EDT is fantastic by itself. I don't know why they would do. Well, I do know why they would do that. I thought they were fucking smart, like. But they weren't smart. They were silly. Very, very silly. Jumping on the bandwagon, and now what's left? They're a clone brand. Talking about Bois de Portugal, do you rate La Ligue Pour Homme Lion? Yes. Yes, I do. I had a bottle, but I gave it to Richie G because I had the original Bois de Portugal. Ocean rain. And the leak has some bangers. Yes, it does. A lot of talk about La Ligue White recently. You know? Is New York Intense still a thing? I don't think it ever was. Tony, we'll talk about this when Rich Games again, says Karen. Nick says, evening, Rich, and all. Something to do was YSL alarm sent the evening at Trussardi Uomo. How are you finding the Trussardi Uomo? Are you enjoying it? Like the stream, says Dropout. Yes, if you would like to like the stream, please like the stream. Richie tried a Sous le Pont Mirabeau from Eldo. No. Often like says Eau de Parfum, I tried like 7 Elixir. It has a nice cinnamony, chili, peppery incense start, but also a lot of synthetic dry woods in the base. It's still on my skin even after a shower the next day. It's always a bad sign, that. Nick says, love Pour Homme Lion, excellent cheapy, yes. 46 watching and only 36 likes, says Alicia. Why does it smell like the original? Often like Eau de Parfum says, does it smell like the original 7 with the strong clove note? Scared of clove. I fear clove. What are your thoughts on Coromandel? Thinking about making it my next purchase. Sold all my Coromandels. In fact, I sold all of my Les exclusives from Chanel. Sold them all. That Chanel line is a little bit upper class for me. It's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too it's a little bit too polished. It's a little bit too kind of Chanel. Chanel's not my brand. I was always Dior. And I've sold every single Les exclusive I've ever had. And I won't be buying any more. Overpriced and not my style. Blasphemy, says Prody. Weston says, I'm wearing an elite pour on today, in fact. Rich, Royal Oud or French Lover? Vintage Royal Oud. Which one is the better value for money? French Lover. Broad and I are the only ones that appreciate white, says James. French Lover is cheaper. Often Lake says, yeah, there's similarities, but I preferred the OG7. There's a lot less rough and piercing. Outrageous, says Zhao. Royal Oud is good, says Alicia. Coromandel is brilliant. If you can find the EDT, all the better, in my opinion. I like my patchoulis thicker and syrupier and more moist. Nice. Still Dior? I was always Dior. I don't think I'm still Dior. I think what they've done to the brand, I think they've absolutely destroyed the brand. I think the brand is dead. To me, anyway. Dior's a joke right now, says Dropout. Karen says, I feel you, Rich. Wearing Mizzy, I felt like being a kid and wearing my mother's shoes. Yeah. Yeah. It does. The Chanel's always smell like they should be worn by someone older than you. Tony says, I never liked Chanel that much. I liked Dior before they chose Timothée Chalamet. Thanks, Jonathan. I'll keep an eye out for the EDT. French Lover is my scent of the day, and it's terrific, says Dick. Eat it, says Alicia. For your information, New York Intense is still amazing, says Pat Lester. Moist, says James. Likes a bit of moistness. The EDT has an earthiness that's very interesting, says Jonathan. I'll tell you what I don't like about that and Borneo 1834 is that white chocolate thing. Rich, what's your thoughts on Fahrenheit EDP? It's nice, but I prefer the original. And not only do I prefer the original, I prefer the vintage original. It smells like it's on fire. Moist, syrupy, thick patchouli 1740 is calling your name, says often. Like, I want this. I want the sample set. Soil like. All my cool friends like Paris, Chanel, Paris, Edinburgh. I've got that, and I actually really like that too. I am that old person that loves Chanel, says Tim. You're a classy lady though, Tim. I'm not. All your cool friends and me often like, says Karen. Joe sucks ass now. Chanel is way better. The Leon and Comet are better than anything that's done in 20 years. Not in 20 years, no, but they're better than anything that Dior's done since they were released, yes. Chanel's just kind of beating Dior by proxy now, because Dior have just fallen so far that Chanel have just left them behind just by standing still. OG Fahrenheit is the GOAT, yes. Does Dior have their own version of Egoist Cologne Concentrate? No, God, no, not even close. Trussardi Woman is becoming one of my most worn Rich 12th since I joined Bass Notes 4 years ago, says Nick. Borneo didn't have that white chocolate thing to me. I got it, like. I like Sauvage Elixir when it came out. It doesn't smell the same anymore, says Tony. Chanel and Hermes for the win, says Dropout. Hermes is still good. Joe's Egoist is Saint Noir discontinued. I'm out of this. I don't have many Chanel, says Alicia. I'm the same. Do you have any favourite coffee note perfume? Something not sweet? Yes. The kerosene one. Follow by kerosene. Dior and have priced themselves into a corner. They fucked it, like. Haven't with Giuseppe Warner on some time. Got to revisit, like, says Jonathan. And that, my friends, is that. That is that, my friends. I'm tired. I've got a sore throat. I've got to go and poison myself downstairs, so I'll enjoy that. We have a slice of toast, dare I say. Got to put my Paco Rabannes away and take that one off eBay. And address the 33 messages that I have on WhatsApp that I haven't looked at from 7 different chats. Okay. Thank you very much, friends. And I will see you all again soon. Good night.